computer. I guess we just start.
What is going on, everyone? This is Akam Ahmedi here. I go by AK. On the other end, there is Ace Karimi. Ace of Spades, how are we doing today?
Fantastic. How we doing, Akam?
Yeah, we're doing great. We're doing great. We're gonna go ahead and record the first episode of the Invest Real Estate Pod. And today we're going to be introducing ourselves and getting a little bit into our background and multifamily real estate. You excited, Ace?
I'm ready to go.
Awesome. Awesome. Go ahead. Introduce us, my friend.
So I think you gave a pretty good introduction there, Akam, but I think the question you're asking is who is Invest Capital, right? You have a, right there beside you. So let's answer that question.
Who's Invest Capital? Invest Capital is a commercial real estate firm, investment firm based out of Tysons, Virginia. Right now, we have currently 30 million assets under management. And we help investors get double-digit returns investing alongside us in multifamily real estate.
Boom.
It's as simple as that, and we'll get more into it with time.
So, Akam, what is investing in real estate in this regard mean? Let's tell them a little bit more specifically about what it is that we do and how they can even get involved with us at some point if they're ever interested.
It's a great question. It's pretty straightforward, right? When Invest Capital gets a deal under contract, we create a syndication for these deals. What does that mean for investors such as yourself? It means that you can put X amount of money. Usually we do a minimum $25,000 or $50,000 for each deal. You invest that alongside us and you're a partner in the deal. So I don't want to get too specific because each deal is different in terms of the numbers and how it works. But essentially you're investing money to be an equity partner in the deal.
So meaning they are partners with us in the apartment building whenever we go to invest, essentially, just to add to what Akam is saying. So we create an opportunity, right? We create an entity, a company in which we can all pool money in together. And depending on how much we all invest, we all can get a share or a slice of the pie of that apartment building. So that's one of the true beauties of multifamily investing here in these syndications. That's actually the terminology. It's called apartment syndications, in which we, as Invest Capital, we do essentially all of the work. We do the week in, week out activities. We manage the asset. We do the renovations. We make sure it's filled up and we're collecting rents on a consistent basis. And you, as the investors, are completely passive, known as limited partners. You don't take any liability because it's limited. And so every single month we send out distributions, and it's as simple as that. We collect the rents, we do the work, and whoever the investors are, they get paid alongside of us. Did I miss something, Akam?
No, not at all. You stated it's passive. I think that's the best opportunity for an investor rather than being active. You're completely passive. So
Akam, you said something there, not to interrupt you, about being active and passive. So why would somebody choose to be passive versus being actively involved here? What's the benefit?
Well, there's a lot of benefits. The main one is that you're not doing the work. The most work you're going to do is check your email for your update. And initially, when you're signing up for a deal or deals, you'll have to put in some of your information. That way, we can log you into the deal from a legal side. Other than that, that's the most work you're going to be doing. So passive meaning you invest in the deal and you get paid out monthly, quarterly, or what have you, right? Typically in our deals, we do monthly distributions. Now, if you're active, which I'm sure some of you are, you're active in the real estate game, right? You're getting your hands dirty, you're managing teams, you're setting up the deals, you're finding the deal. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to be.
The termites, the toilets,
everything, right? Like this is one of those situations where you're involved, one way or another. There's a lot of ways to be involved, but you're involved in one way or another. And so a lot of individuals that have money that work, right? That work a 9 to 5 or have a job or have a lot of capital just sitting in a bank account. And they don't necessarily want to jump into real estate, but they want to be involved in real estate. They want the returns of real estate. That's a lot different than returns of like stocks or crypto, right? And so that's the advantage. You invest money into a real estate deal. The deal takes care of itself. The tenants pay, right? That's our customer. At the end of the day, it's who we're taking care of. As long as we take care of them, they take care of us and our investors.
Boom.
There we go.
You hit him with some napalm right there, Akam.
A little something, something.
So that's essentially it, right? I mean, so just to give you guys a perspective, right? We started out full-time active investors, and we still are, right? And the thing is, being a landlord, it's got its pros and cons, right? When you're self-managing these properties, you're the one that they're calling when there's a problem at the property. You're the one that has to deal with a leaky toilet or a faucet or something. You have to call somebody. You have to take time out of your day and go and deal with that problem. And I'm sure you guys have all, rented a house or even been living with family or anything like that, or taking care of your own bills. And things come up all the time, right? There's maintenance related issues that come up consistently that need to be addressed. And, it's not glamorous. It sounds good when you share that online to people that, hey, I'm a landlord, I got 100 properties. But if you're the one doing all the work, it does take your peace of mind, and it takes some of the time and energy from you. And so, by all means, whoever's interested in going down that route, go and learn it, and you get the experience. But usually that's the benefit in investing into a syndication fund like ours. Us and our asset management and property management team are the ones that deal with it directly. So you're not the ones getting a call at 2 a.m. that, hey, my toilet busted. Hey, my lights isn't working. Unless you want to do that, then, hey, man, I respect that.
Yeah, I do think, you got to remember when you invest passively, you're still the landlord, right? You're just not dealing with all the headaches of being a landlord. That's the difference between active and passive. But I think it's the easiest way to get involved, especially if even if you're trying to be active but you want to learn. There's no better way to get involved and learn the game than to invest in the deal, watch what experienced operators are doing and how they're taking a property from A to Z in the business plan, and then you can duplicate that in your own deals if that's your goal. And if it's just to park capital and get returns, that's a whole different story. But there's a lot of reasons you want to be invested, whether it's with Invest Capital or another firm that knows what they're doing. It gives you a ton of experience. I'm personally invested in, one other person's syndication, and I'm learning a ton just from their marketing end and how they're doing things operationally to increase the value of their properties.
There, boom. So let's tell them a little bit about, without going too deep into the history, maybe we could do another pod on that. But, we've done a few apartment deals, and we own a few apartment buildings right now. And that process itself, has taught us a lot, right? I mean, the best way to learn something is to go and do it yourself, right? And I guess, going for full circle, now that we've closed on those properties in terms of acquiring them, and now we're dealing with our investors on a consistent basis, right? What do we provide them so that they're updated all the time? What happens now that they're consistently getting from us, Akam?
Could you clarify that question?
Yeah,
What
so
exactly you
updates.
mean?
How do they get updates from us?
Oh, they get a monthly update uh, via email. We shoot a video, or asset managers on our team shoot a video and go over both the where we are in a business plan, what's been done in the last month, and then on the financial side as well, how the finances are doing from a income standpoint and expense standpoint. And that always changes month to month, and usually it's positive. So that's what you want to see when a team is executing their business plan.
And in addition to that, we also like to send quarterly reports, project updates periodically, because, I know what people think, because, I initially thought it too when I was younger. It's like, hey, look, I give you my money, so what happens now, right? Like, do I get a call from you? How many times do I get a call from you? What does that look like? And so, we like to use these types of, conversations to share with you, what it is that our investors are looking at on a consistent basis. they do have access to us. They can call us, they can reach out to us. Usually we prefer, because we're all so busy, is to schedule a time on the calendar to set up a time to speak if they have questions. But generally, people understand that because they're getting consistent communication, that they don't have as many questions, because they're seeing, work is being done, right? Just recently on one of our apartment buildings, we just completely renovated the exteriors, or in the process of completely renovating it. Brand new siding, brand new windows. They get to see the pictures, right? They get to see the updates. They get to see the construction crews on site making the changes happen. And they get videos and picture updates like this whenever they happen, pretty much in real time of that month, right? We do also other changes in addition to financial upgrades, right? At the end of the day, we want to make sure that our investors like yourselves are getting more cash flow to you every single month. And so in order to do that, we got to do our job and share with you how we're increasing the bottom line and setting, extra value parameters for the apartment buildings.
Right.
So with that being said, what else do we want to touch on here that could give people a really fundamental idea of who we are, what we do, and multifamily, apartment syndications?
Well, we're always growing. Ace, as you know, our pipeline is growing. It's a process from getting a project, under contract to closing, and then there, that's where the real work begins. So I mean, the biggest things to know about us is, the two individuals behind the company, Ace and I, we're working hard to make sure that our investors are protected. At the end of the day, we like to see ourselves and act in ways that is congruent with our investors' interests and our interests as well, right? And so we will not do a deal if we don't believe in it, right? If I'm not going to park, $1 into the deal, that means I don't want you to park $1 into the deal. And so, when we come with these opportunities, I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, oh my goodness, this would be a great deal for myself. And then I know I'm taking care of those investors. Now, and that's what it really comes down to for us. We like to look at deals that way, to make sure that, our investors are protected. We look at it from all different angles and have multiple exit strategies before going into the deal. That way we're all protected. And so that's the game you got to play, because the market's really hot right now. Firms are buying all sorts of prices, some high,
Blazing
some
hot.
not. Super hot. Hotter than it's ever been. I mean, individuals that have been in the space for
Is
30,
it
40
hotter than
years.
Nevada in the summer?
It's hotter than Nevada, man. It's 2022. This is the hottest it's ever been. And so this is why you want to be, whether it's with us or not, you want to be part of the individuals that have your interest in mind, and make sure that they not only bring you your capital back, but they aim to achieve much higher than what they expected to give you in return. That's the whole point of this game, right? There are ups and downs. Right now we're in a hot market. You want to be very, I don't want to say careful. I like to be aggressive, but you also want to be cautious in attacking these deals, because there's so much activity going on, Ace. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, well, that's you hit on a lot of good points there, right? The market updates, that's other things that we're also going to add in here. Things that we've gotten together from being actively involved. We're going to share that as well with you guys. But really, just stay tuned, keep watching, ask us questions, reach out. We're also on social media if you guys want to reach out. You can follow Akam at AK Invest, or is it AK.invest, right? On Instagram.
AK Invest on Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah.
even LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn.com/AK Invest.
/AK Invest. So you can follow his links there. You can follow me at ace.invest on those same channels. And add me as Ace Karimi if you like on social media. I'm very open here. And join our group too. I think we're getting our group back together for Facebook. Our journey to, I think, 1,000, or was it 10,000 units? We're growing really quickly, and we're just trying to hit a certain metric just to show what's possible. We'd love to have you guys on the journey, and one day, if you're open to it, investing alongside these deals and seeing, the upside and what's possible, as we're already giving to our current investors. So without further ado, if there's nothing else to add, we're signing off here, and we'll see you guys on the next pod.
Absolutely. Whether you invest with us or invest with somebody else, make sure to invest.